That is beautiful, and I want everyone to keep that in mind.
The Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Before we, get our...
Put your hands together for Dr. Temisola Adekole Johnson and the bar. You're welcome, sir. We're very honored to have you, and it's such a pleasure to have you here this morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mr. Ayodele Olawale Wilson. A round of applause for you.
Please, a round of applause for the Honorable Minister for Youth Development, Engineer Olawale Emmanuel Ayodele. Can we please give him a better applause? You're very welcome, sir.
My name is Gloria Babaride. I'm a professional compere and a corporate communications executive. And it is my absolute honor and delight to serve as one of your hosts for this momentous and I dare say historic occasion right here. I will not be talking alone, of course. As you already know, I have with me.
My name is Osaogi Ogbonwa, and I am also your host, the second host for today. And it's a huge pleasure, again, to be a part of history being made, as we, of course, have the conversations that will lead us into the future here in Nigeria, the next generation of nation builders. And if you are one of them, once again, now that we have some of our special guests here, please, let's make some noise if you are one of those nation builders that Nigeria will be witnessing in the future. That's not a round of applause for nation builders.
Thank you very much. Now, a little bit of numbers. Statistics tells us that Africa has the youngest population in the world. And in Nigeria alone, about 60% of its population are young people under the age of 25. Now, what that tells us that conversations about nation building is not for the future. It is now. It is us. We need to equip every young person seated here with the tools, the tips, the tricks, the networks, and the platform that they need to lead the next generation of leaders. And you know that real estate as an industry is an industry where you come in contact with people every day. So as you play a role as a Nigerian youth, how are you able to influence the person sat next to you to come together to build Nigeria and push Nigeria forward? Full impact and limitless possibilities. What this tells us is, if you play your part, I play my part. Together we have a ripple effect that takes Nigeria to where it's supposed to be. I was once watching a video by our group managing director, Dr. Ned Okonkwo, and he said, an average Nigerian, an average American every day says, God bless America. But do you see Nigerians wake up and say, God bless Nigerians, or God bless Nigeria? Rather, what we plan to do is jump and run away and all that. And that is the same Nigeria that pays us. We sell lands and houses in this same country. And so the conversation today is, we need to come together to build Nigeria. And the future is not tomorrow. The future is now, and the future is you. So on behalf of the entire group at Netcom Oaks and our chief host, and of course his lovely wife, I want to very warmly welcome you again to the largest gathering of real estate professionals and agents, change makers in Nigeria, Unleashed for Takeover 3.0. Another deserving lofty round of applause.
Thank you very much, and it's a good thing that you reminded everyone that the future belongs to these persons here.
Absolutely.
You will take charge in one way or another. It could be in real estate, it could be in governance, it could be in policy making, but one way or the other, you will dictate the journey and the pace and the direction that Nigeria's future goes. So it is a huge pleasure and an honor that we all gathered here to have these discussions, and we hope that we make the very best of it today.
Absolutely. To everyone watching online, just in case we have an online audience, I want to celebrate you and welcome you to Unleashed for Takeover 3.0. Thank you for joining us. We are delighted to have you, and we promise, my co-host and myself, everyone in the room is. Did you come from outside of Lagos? Can you wave to me outside of Lagos? Oh wow, please can we put our hands together for everyone that came in from outside of Lagos. Shagotedu Efekoro is outside of Lagos. Just kidding, just kidding.
It is outside of Lagos.
You're welcome,
It's
you're
closer to
welcome.
Benin.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you.
All right, now for an official welcome address, we'd like to invite forward. He pretty much needs no introduction. He is the reason we are all gathered here today. He's a leading real estate developer and founder of Netcom Oaks Limited, known for redefining affordable luxury in Nigeria. He has built multi-billion naira empires and, of course, continues to revolutionize home ownership in Nigeria since 2007. He's also the pioneer of Nigeria's first fully solar-powered estate, Citadel Views. He has a background in psychology and an MBA. He also blends business insight with a passion for sustainable housing. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, Osari. Just before we bring him up, I always say something. What you celebrate, you attract. When you celebrate excellence, it finds its natural way of coming to you. To everyone seated in this room, the man we're about to bring up is a man that is building Nigeria very intentionally. He's genuinely making dreams come true. GMD, genuinely making dreams come true. He's a man that is pushing the charge towards raising Nigerian youths that can build Nigeria and make Nigeria what it is supposed to be. It's preaching the gospel of proper real estate and housing possibilities from Lagos to Abuja, Africa to Europe, to Asia to America. If your hands are not busy, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm applause for his welcome address. The one, the only, a mentor, a trailblazer, an industry icon, a celebrated figure, a philanthropist, the emperor, the champion, the conqueror, the one making Nigeria real estate industry what it is today, the group managing director, Netcom Oaks Group, Dr. Kennedy Okonkwo. Can we make it louder, everyone?
At times when they play that song has been played about 25 times to introduce me at one fora or the other. You know, I have never seen a people so hardworking like Nigerian youths. When I woke up this morning, I had a series of phone calls with the team preparing for Unleash, Invest in Africa and the US. When I drove down here, I thought I was going to see the people doing setup. And strangely as it may be, we had over 100 people standing right in front of this place at 8:40 in the morning. Please, if you are one of those people I met, please give yourself a round of applause. What it tells is that we are not just Nigerians, but we are intentional, hardworking, resilient Nigerians who believe that no matter how uncertain, how volatile, how complex, how ambiguous the terrains may be, we will make something great out of Nigeria. I want to use this opportunity to especially thank my friends, my brothers, the Honorable Minister for Youth Development, and also the SA to Mr. President on Employment and Job Creation. The two of them told me at short notice that when I give them a very short notice, very informal invitation, they said, Dr. Ned, we are going to be there for you because we see what you're doing and we are very proud of you. I want to especially thank the two of you for flying down despite your busy schedule. Today is Workers' Day, but the two of them have chosen to be here to be with you guys at this moment. doing this conference at this particular point in time, we've always done it every first and second of May. So we had every reason to cancel this year's edition because I was supposed to still be doing the Invest in Africa Summit tour. But I told my team that let's not change the date. We have chosen to pick these dates, one public holiday, and then we pick another date. Let the conference still hold on the public holiday. So my team had to work tirelessly to ensure that all of this was put together. So I want to also especially thank my team for the next promote team for doing this against all odds. So dear Trailblazer, it is with great joy and profound pride that I welcome you to Unleash for Takeover 3.0, a gathering of dreamers, doers, and destiny shapers. When we first conceived and envisioned Unleash for Takeover, it was more than just another leadership conference. It was designed to be a wake-up call, a bold invitation to young entrepreneurs and people to rise and own their own narratives and to shape the future that they desire. Over the past 2 editions, we have witnessed sparks turn into flames and voices once hidden grown into forces of influence. Today, standing on the shoulders of those great beginnings, we launch forward with even greater purpose under the theme Next Gen Nation Builders, Youthful Impact, Limitless Possibilities. This theme is not just a slogan. It was well thought out. It is a charge, and it reminds us that Nigeria's greatest hope lies in its youth. In you, in your creativity, your resilience, your passion, and your limitless possibilities. You are unstoppable. Today and tomorrow, as you sit among and listen to our impressive line of speakers and panelists who are visionaries in their rights, and industry leaders, policymakers, and dream chasers, I urge you to soak in every moment, build relationships, challenge ideas, share your story, and most importantly, leave this room knowing that we are not waiting for the future, we are already creating your own future. To every speaker, partner, attendee, and supporter, thank you for believing in the vision. Together, we are building a generation that will not just take over, but transform nations. Welcome once more to a defining moment. The stage is set, the future is calling, and history is watching. Now, let's get unleashed. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get unleashed. Please keep your hands jamming until he makes his way back to his seat.
You know, when a lot of us talk about this country, we find it difficult to look at the shame that put us together and how we can impact. You don't need to be in government space. You don't need to be anywhere before you start impacting positively into the life of young people. And let me use this medium to thank you, our own brother, should I say engineer, professor, doctor, whatever, but let me just use Mr. Kennedy, that what he has done is more than what a lot of professors can do, or doctor, by creating positively, directly, impactful into the lives of young people. Thank you to you and your darling wife for doing this for the Nigerian youth. God bless you. Let me also welcome my brother. He's my brother. A lot of people look at him that he's young. He's not young though. He's an old man. But physically, I wanted to look like this so that that song, Forever Young, can also be applicable to me. That's our own brother too, my own personal brother, Tola Johnson. I'm sorry for calling your name without putting border. You know we're in Yoruba land. Thank you very much. Let me thank those from the other side, because for now, I'm on the other side. What was the other side? The host just made mention of government and private sector. And I can see all of them. And I'll use one of them in suit. I won't mention his name. The suit is different from his trousers, the way the American people dress and all that. And he's a very fantastic young man, but he's not youth, but he's a very young man. And I use him as a point of contact to everybody so that I won't press more on the protocol. But I want you to believe that the topic is here. Maybe the team used their next gen instead of Gen Z. But again, our future depends on us. Our life, the impact, the possibility, the limitations, the problems that will face all of us still depends on us. How we try as much as possible to make an impact positively into our lives. Not that you guys does not have work, not that you don't have things to do, not that there is no any other place to be, but you just put it in yourself that you want to be here today. We have a lot of private sector people that started from nothing to something that are here today. So I will use my own opportunity speech to drive more on the government, so that a lot of people will know that there is a lot of where to go and where we are and where we are going to. But there's one thing that I want to know, that this picture of this country belongs to all of us here. If all of us here today can be rest assured, focus, build on something, I can tell you that next 4.0, we will have a lot of things to say about this country, about ourselves, because together we build it together. Thank you. Let's me tell you that I'm happy to be here this morning to join this great conversation. My contribution to this conversation today will be very simple. I will discuss the youth inclusion agenda in the administration that we are today. That is the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a foundation to the national development. We target Renew Hope agenda. A lot of people don't know why we do, or why the president try as much as possible to try and put it as a Renew Hope agenda. Because a lot of hope have been lost. And Nigeria has not been driven into the directions that the young people can thrive. It is a priority, it is a policy. Our government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, understand that young people are not just the future. They are the present. They are the possibility of today. This is why the president has taken a bold step to integrate young people into the art of governance, leadership, and innovation. I'll use myself as a point of contact to you. That's fine. We have had young head of state in the military era, but I can tell you for free that since 1999, I'm the youngest minister in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And let me assure you that I want majority, many of you, to also fall back into the government or not government. But it is whatever I do now that will give us the lifeline or that will pathway for majority of us, neither in government or in private sector. So I've made it to myself, and I'm assuring you again that we will never and ever take this opportunity for granted. Let me also tell you that we have a lot of DGs, we have a lot of vice chairmen in this government. Charles Odi, the DG of Sweden, is in his 30s, who have the opportunity doing good, promoting youth entrepreneurship and empowering small and medium scale enterprises. We have a wonderful young man from Kano, Executive Chairman and CEO of Naseni, an agency of science and engineering infrastructure, Khalid. In his 30s, is doing wonderfully well to advance the innovation and engineering infrastructure. We have a lot of more people. We have a DG of Nestra, that's Mr. Bayo Emmanuel Ajayi. We have Carlos Adebayo, the DG CEO of Nigeria Agricultural Land Agency, which today, when majority of us go to Niger State, you will see more of what agricultural importations we are doing. We have a man, an Igbo man for that matter, Mr. Mike Okoye, which is the MD and the CEO of Southeast Development Commission, keeping on his promises for the youth inclusion. These governors, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, pay across the country. Not only that, a stipend has also been given to them so that they can go to school and school will not go on strike anymore. This same government, President, has completed a lot of innovative upgrades, even in Lagos. The formula bring that all of us very to here. Clearly, this government has cleared the passports in Nigeria, the backlog in the passports, introduced the contact passport application system to this country, especially construction of the Badagry Coastal Way. This same government have constructed the Lagos-Calabar, commenced the Lagos-Calabar highway, coastal highway, which is 700 kilometers. Projects, transportational system across the country, social boostings, economic activities, and connectivity. Establishment of the Regional Development Commission to promote regional development and bringing governors closer to the people. Establishing the Consumer Credit Corporation, supporting working Nigerian youth, which a lot of people want to go abroad to go and study. Fine. A lot of people say they can get a vehicle, but I can assure you, now there has been an establishment of Consumer Credit Corporation to support the young people and even the workers, because today is Workers' Day. Today, we have refineries that are not working before, but to build the economy, the refinery must be working. A lot of things happen to us at the back end, and I want all of you to listen to this. Subsidy has been removed. What are the effects of the subsidy? A lot of hardship will come on the citizens of the country. How are we getting it back? This is the first government that is not thinking about what the ministers, people like him will do. It's thinking about getting it back to the doorstep of the people. A state that is collecting 3 billion before is collecting times 3, and that is why they are taking it back to the governors. Most of them are collecting 10 billion now, and if you want to ask questions really, it is time to start asking our people questions, and those are the people that are crashing. And this is the government again that starts the local government autonomy. A lot of you go to UK. I've been in UK like 1-2 weeks ago. I want to see most of my friends. I couldn't see them, and I told them, where are you? The funniest thing is that they are not in London. Increasing in oil production. Now, what the president is saying is that he wants to create an enable environment for us to thrive. And critical decisions must be taken. And this government has also tried to make sure that 600,000 nano businesses with the additional 400,000 is expected to be functioning well. So that even if it is token, a lot of people can get to yourself. Not everybody that is going to be a big man actually. Well, we also need to put that in our head. Again, I go back to the Ministry of Youth Development and some other ministries that have in line with the youth development agenda in skills. We've realized that majority of our young people, majority of all of us, including myself, when we leave the school, we believe that that certificate should provide us a job. But I can tell you for free that majority of us need skill. We need to skill and we need to upscale our skill. And And one thing that we prove to ourselves is that, see, the president should launch what a platform that's called NIA, to have our home Coursera, so that you can be anywhere and get skilled. President of this country in March launched Nigerian Youth Academy, which is live. You can pick your phones and get into it. Just go and learn a skill, get skilled yourself, and even enter the community, what is called digital community, so that you can get employed and get something upstairs. This platform is an initiative of digital training innovations to prepare the youth for the labor market. Again, don't forget, a similar one that happens to us, which is the 3MTT program of the government to aim trillions of Nigerian youth in tech-related field and operate them to the local global community. The same ideas is all there. Yesterday, we did a workshop of Digital for All, and I can tell you, as of today, we have over 60,000 core members that are going out to train on Digital for All. We are not saying this is a drama. I'm not saying all these things as a motivational speaker. I'm saying the reality. Nigerian youth are smart. Go to any length. In education, we are there. In sports, we are there. In innovation, we are there. In tech, we are there. We can do it. We have the passion. We have the tenacity. And the government is ready to listen. Where the voice of the youth can't, and where the support to celebrate all of us. We love you, and we always want to be part of you. And I'm also part of you, and majority of us are part of you. What I'm asking for is the patience and to believe in this country. The country belongs to all of us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, they said youths are the leaders of tomorrow, but officially that statement expires today, because the Honorable Minister of Youth just let us know that the youth are the future of now. With those amazing projects he just reeled out, don't you think he deserves a better round of applause for changing Nigeria and moving it forward? We celebrate you, sir. Thank you so much, the Honorable Minister of Youth Development, Engineer Olawande Ayodele, who is passionately engineering Nigerian youths onto greater heights and success. We celebrate your work, sir. We see it, we value it, and we appreciate it. And this panel session is on the topic real estate and the power of possibility, building the future without limits. Real estate and the power of possibility, building the future without limits. And that's what we are here to have a conversation about at this time. And it gives me great delight to quickly bring up a panelist so we can have all right, I just got a cue now to introduce the panelists. It gives me great delight to once again welcome our chief host, the Group Managing Director, Netcom Oaks Group. Please give a lusty and a loud, generous round of applause to our Group Managing Director, Dr. Kennedy Okonkwo. He wants to assist me in my work this morning, and I love it.
Thank you. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. So, we have started the Unleash for Takeover 3.0. So, I will be bringing on board great men and women that I've had the privilege of mentoring. People who have sat down with me to discuss 4 or 5 years back, and I've seen their lives transform in this same Nigeria. People that every day, when I look back at my story, I look at them, what comes to mind is the speech that the Honorable Minister just made. And when he finished that speech, some were still murmuring, if the youth can still make Nigeria great. We decided to change Unleash for Takeover to bring people that are not any different from you and I. Because if you look at me, a young man who was slept under the bridge, the story has been overflowed. A young man who lost his father when he was barely 15 years. A young man who is the first in his family to see the four walls of the university. A young man who once was a bus conductor, once carried concrete, that's labor work in construction sites. But today, when you see the suits, you see the wristwatches, you see the glitz and glamour, you say he has changed. You think I'm far from you, or I'm any different from you. I'm not any different from you. The only difference is that I followed through, and God blessed my hustle. And I pray that God will continue to bless each and everyone's hustle here. So the people I'll bring on board are an extension of myself. God has blessed their hustle. And some of those blessings came in the past 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Maybe pre-COVID, you'd have said you're not doing the things that they are doing. But today, after COVID, their story has changed for the better. So, permit me to bring on board for the panel session one of the guys who won Next Rated Realtor in our Netcom Oaks of VCH event in 2018, Mr. Obinna Ubah, MD CEO Cresco Homes. And I tell you, Obinna has transformed real estate in his way. Obinna has built, today he's building in Victoria Island. But in 2018, he was not building in Victoria Island. Please, Obinna, have a seat. She will come to read their profiles. I also want you to welcome my friend, my brother, Olawale Folami, CEO, Rumis House, CEO, Plains and Beaches. If you have heard the project ARA, one of the finest architects Nigeria has ever produced. I go to his pages to go and get inspiration. At the Elevation Church, we say we make greatness common. So permit me to welcome Mr. Eddie Otomewo, CEO, Property Radar Limited, the developer of the Brom Heights 7. So, this stage has 3 men. We need to dilute it, right? Because we finished Women's Day in March. And April, women extended their day into April. And very soon they'll tell us it's Mother's Day. So we'll be bringing on board a lady. Not just a lady, a very powerful lady. She was my account officer while she was at GT Homes, formerly Imperial Mortgage Bank. She went on to set up a property marketing company called Downhill Limited. Today, she's one of the leading women doing development in real estate. You know, there are very few. Please permit me to welcome my friend, my sister, my mentee, in whom I am most pleased, Ebere Masudi, CEO, Downhill Limited. I think my job would have been done, but you will permit me to also call him to come and moderate this event. A very powerful lady who has been anchoring this event. She was MC Unleash for Takeover 1.0, MC Unleash for Takeover 2.0, and for the third time, and she's so good you bring her a third time. Please permit me to welcome Gloria, formerly Odufekura. Please come on stage. So I'll get our MC to come and read the profiles of the people here. Please, Osaro, come on stage. Thank you very much.
Please, can we please put our hands together, please? Thank you very much. Like we've been saying, it's a conversation for future leaders. But some of the persons who are present here today have earned the right to be on this stage. They are inspirations in their own right. I'll start with the CEO, Cresco Homes and Properties. Mr. Obinna Uba, the CEO, Cresco Homes and Properties, is a full-service real estate firm with over 9 years of excellence. Under his leadership, Cresco has developed 88 residential units in Lagos in just the past 2 years, ranging from modern flats to luxurious duplexes. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause once again for Mr. Obinna Uba. We also have on stage with us a person who is a serial entrepreneur. He leads successful ventures in real estate, agriculture, healthcare, and energy, with notable projects like the Dangote Refinery Isolation Center. He partners with global brands and works with top clients such as, again, the Dangote Group and the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Beyond business, he is passionate about philanthropy, supporting women and children's health through CSR initiatives, like funding sanitary pad distributions in northern Nigeria. His strategic investments in Liberia focus on agriculture, real estate, and clean energy. He is known for his innovation, leadership, and social impact. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause once again for Mr. Olawale Folami. We also have on stage a renowned property developer and entrepreneur with a passion for transforming spaces and enriching lives, with a keen eye for opportunity and a talent for bringing visions to life. He has established himself as a leading figure in Nigeria's real estate industry. Through his companies, Property Radar Limited and Pradin Limited, he has developed numerous iconic properties, delivering exceptional quality, comfort, and style to discerning clients. His commitment to excellence, innovation, and customer satisfaction has earned him a reputation as a trusted and respected property developer in Lagos and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the CEO of Property Radar Limited, Ediri Otomu. And, of course, we also have on stage, fully representing the powerful, very powerful women in the industry. She is a Lagos-based real estate expert with over 12 years of industry experience. She is a principal partner at Dawnhill Homes Limited, overseeing development strategy and project execution. She holds a BSc in estate management and a master's in real estate from Bayes Business School, London. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Ebere Masoje. And now I'll hand over to Gloria to, of course, lead this panel session.
Thank you very much, Osarogi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have a very quick panel session. We have 24 minutes, and then we'll take questions right after. So I want you to pay rapt attention. Don't pay me money, don't pay me goodness. All I want you to do is pay me your attention so that you can get something away from what we're talking today. And to my panelists, please be as free as possible. Share your secrets, share your thoughts, your experiences. When I ask you a question, how have you done this? Don't say the Lord is helping me. I know the Lord is helping you. But like, can you open up to us and let's know, lay it out there so that our audience can get something today. So I'm going to be starting, of course, with the woman, because ladies first. Ebiere, we're starting with you now. There are women in the room, women that are in an industry that is somewhat male-dominated, right? Now share with us, what has your journey in real estate taught you about leadership and resilience as a woman in real estate?
Hello. So as a woman in real estate, I would say you need to work twice as the man. So you need to put in lots of work, just like the way you would ordinarily do, but it has to be twice. And what has helped me in this industry is integrity. Integrity is number one. So as a woman, you need to have integrity as your watchword. That's number one. And in a male-dominated area where you have more male developers, I bet you have to work twice as the way the men would work.
That values mentorship, because I know that mentors are the guiding lights. They've crossed that path that you're about to walk, right? So they know where you're supposed to put your leg, where to hurt, and how to navigate the troubled waters. And so I do not joke about mentorship at all. So can you share with us the role that you think mentors, like Dr. Kennedy Okonkwo, of course, the role that they play in inspiring and guiding the next generation of leaders in Nigeria? You can use him as an example. Please go ahead.
So I think that Dr. Ken has done a great job in this industry. He has pioneered real estate.
Can you hear him? Okay, will you use him?
Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm a huge fan of Dr. Ken, and it's because the past 10 years, he has pioneered real estate in ways that most people in this industry haven't been able to, right? His watchword, integrity and value creation, has been something that people can learn a thing or two from, right? In an industry where there is a lot of talk about, people not delivering or people not, getting money's worth, he is a prime example of someone, to look up to. And I think that is one of the things that has inspired me so far in my journey. I think anyone I talk to, anyone that cares to listen, would hear the name Dr. Kennedy, after a few sentences. And, being mentored by someone like Dr. Kennedy, I don't think you're going to get a lot of things wrong. If you can get the kind of access that a mentee, gets from a mentor like Dr. Kennedy, I don't think you're going to get a lot of things wrong. I think in my journey is the reason why, a lot of the things that, I've been able to accomplish, I've been able to do them excellently well. So yes.
Please let me give Dr. Ned a round of applause. It's one thing to convene an event and it's another thing to embody the essence of that event. And it's really beautiful to hear these words from you, Obinna. And I'm very sure there's someone seated in the room that will also have the same thing to say about you very soon. Because you're also raising the next set of leaders in Nigeria, right?
Hopefully.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll come to you now, Pastor Eddie. A lot of Nigerians want to Japan. And they are laughing because they know I'm right. In fact, their flight is next tomorrow.
Minister of English is here. I am a clear example of do not Japan. And this is because I came into Lekki after my service, youth service. And I was in Lekki with some guys, a lot of them have Japan now. And I said this because at the time they were jabbering, they wanted us to jabber together. But you know, people just encourage you. This person don't travel. Don't travel, I'm going to go. They are looking for who would encourage them. So they told me. But somehow my spirit wasn't led to Japan. I never applied, I was not interested. You know, the hustle here was tough, it was difficult. But the easier way was to run away. So when I traveled, I was in America. I went to see one of the guys there at Japan. And I asked the guy, "Okay, now you this thing?" He said, "Yes." I'm like, you were doing well in Nigeria. You sold your car. You had a pure water business. Sold it. And you are here. And you're hoping to get better. Another time, I was in the UK also. Not playing down on whatever they are doing. But the thing is that when I traveled and I see these people, they see me differently. Right? I stayed here, hustled, and I built something that is just blowing everybody's mind. It was because I believed in myself, I believed in this country, I believe that there's a lot of opportunities here. What you're running to go do outside, a lot of people are coming in. Go to VI. You see Lebanese and the rest opening businesses up and down. I have had privilege when I was working for people to work with the Jewish, I work with the Lebanese people, with Chinese, and I realized that there's a lot of opportunity here that we as Nigerians don't see because we're short-sighted. Some of us have parents that are doing businesses that we're supposed to take this business to the next level, but we just want to be in white-collar jobs, we just want to just squeeze ourselves in. We don't see that there's a lot of opportunities here. So I'm telling you that if you need a reason for not jackpotting, look at me.
Okay. So there are quite a number of people in the room that can relate to your story, right? You decided that Nigeria is where the money is and Nigeria is where they're going to stay. Now there are people in the room, still in future, that want to definitely venture into that real estate, but they don't have the capital to start. Can take to start in real estate without capital.
Okay, thank you. Again, I stumbled into real estate. Let me just put it that way. I lost my job far back to 20. There's someone here, KK, he knows, he helped me look for a house then. Look at him at the back. So I lost my job and I was looking for work for like 1 year and couldn't get a job, you know, did a lot of interviews, you know, just different stories. But before the job, I had money, you know, doing very well at Likas, you know, but I spent my money wrongly. I put my money in places I shouldn't put my money, and I went broke. And me that used to have money didn't have money, right? And then I started real estate, I started selling cars, started doing cleaning. I had cleaning company, JSP cleaning company. I was doing contracts for Mantrack, IHS. I was supporting one of my Lebanese guys in Lekki with projects that he was doing. I was doing so much. And then I was doing agency work. So I started saving. I had saving money, putting in fixed deposits and other investment opportunities that were there, but I didn't spend the money. So when I gathered my money, I was able to buy my first land in Bochi. When I bought the land, I was now looking for investors to come and invest. Nobody wanted to invest because nobody wants to take a risk with somebody who has nothing. So a lot of the people I spoke to at the time who said they promised they were going to give me money. When I went back to them, I don't buy land, oh yeah, give me money. They just didn't want to give me. I was heartbroken, but again, I had to pick myself because that's what I've done. I grew up without a father, so I had always picked myself up. So I said, okay, no problem. We start small. And one day, somebody introduced me to one guy that just came back from Yankee. So this guy is looking for where to invest money, blah, blah, blah. And I went to meet the guy, you know, with the person. I told him my plans, my vision and all that. He said, how much do you need? I told him 40 million naira, around 40 million or so. He said, when are you going to give me the money? I said, 6 months of payment. He said, like 6 months, 40%. I said, 40%. I said, 40% is too much now. He said, that's what he's going to do. I did my calculation, checked everything. I knew I was going to deliver that project on time, so I took the money. He first sent me 5 million. When he went back to US, sent another 35 million there. So I finished that project and paid him the money. Today we're friends. So he gave me the boost I needed. But trust me, I didn't know this guy from nowhere. It was the vision I had that brought the provision. So a lot of people I knew, whom I went to, who today are surprised to see that I'm a billionaire. You know, a lot of them didn't believe in me. Even though they come around me, they didn't believe in me. But you just have to keep fighting. You just have to have the vision. When you have the vision, there's what you call provision. There's a reason why there's a pro before the vision. So when you have the vision, the provision of the vision comes. But a lot of you are not consistent. You start one year, you stop, you start another one, you stop, you start, you stop. Consistency. I started working with Dr. Ned like since last year. And he works as if he has not made one error. A lot of time I call him and say, okay, please, this energy booster, please introduce me to it. Because he works as if Dr. Ned is rich. And I'm like, if I'm at this guy's level, I'm not going to even walk. But the guy keeps walking and walking and walking. So I'm telling you, if you want to make it to this country, you can. But you have to stay consistent, you have to work hard, and you have to have vision of what you want to achieve.
Please, the ground doesn't have to put your back to the ground. Which means that whatever it is that you have in your hands.
Point, there's no limitation. So it has to do with your mindset. If you are offering value to your clients, they will put away cultural bias. That's the honest truth. Because they know that you are creating value irrespective if you're a woman or a man. So I had been able to create value to these clients, and they saw, oh, my real estate is giving me value. Maybe can I have more properties? Wow, okay, Victoria Crest 2, next, they key into it. Victoria Crest 3, they kept keying into this project. Then before you know, maybe let me give you money, let's start real estate development. That's how I got started. So I was able to give them value. At every point in time, once you can create value for this client, you have created, you built yourself. So they're not going to be looking if you're a woman or you're a man. Sometimes I even feel for us women, they kind of trust women more than even the men. That's the honest truth.
Is that true? They trust women more than men?
It kind of, with your money, they feel a woman sometimes might be more emotional than the men. For example, in my own experience, I've noticed this. So by the time they're dropping money with you, they see you're a woman, they feel more at ease. I've seen it, I've experienced it a lot. So sometimes they want to assist you, that's what they say. But at the end of the day, once you can create value, once they are seeing that return on investment, they don't care if you're a man or if you're a woman. All they want to see is their returns. The only problem that would arise is when they don't see value anymore. Then at that point, you're going to struggle.
3, 4 years, 5 years about real estate in Nigeria.
Okay, like I said earlier on, nothing is impossible. Impossible is nothing. We see the global markets, the well-developed real estate markets, like we all know, for example, Dubai. Dubai in 1990 was literally nothing less than a desert. I believe strongly that with the way the real estate market in Nigeria is going, with the impact and engagement like this that is happening in the real estate space, I believe in the next 5 years, the real estate space in Nigeria will be ranked as to match any other major real estate cities that you find. And I believe every one of us here are integral part of that success, which, like I said, we can do this in the next 5 years. The route at which we're taking this sort of engagement, the more people we get into the space, the more support that we get. I mean, like Dr. Ned said, there was something that I and Prince are working on. Those sort of support will also help support the market and eventually bring us to the eventual goal. But like I said earlier on, and I'll tell everybody here, nothing is impossible, and impossible is nothing.
It's nothing. Please, a round of applause for Olami. Thank you so much. Obina, parting shot, 30 seconds.
Okay, so everyone talks about Africa being the next frontier, and they are not wrong, right? We have the largest population of young people, young growing people that are going to need housing, and by that, there's going to be a lot of investment opportunities for both, the private sector, the international investors, people here locally as well. So I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see a lot of players coming into the market, a lot more young developers coming into the market, and a lot more investments coming into the market. And I think what I would like to implore every one of us here is skill up. Eddie was saying something about, and even Awali was saying something about being good at what you do, right? As a cleaner, be the best cleaner. As bricklayer, be the best bricklayer. We're going to need a lot of skilled labor in this space.
Not consistent, it will be difficult for you to make it as a real estate agent and also as an aspiring developer. Today, aside just being an agent, I'm also a developer, but my husband is the one strictly handling that part. And this development we started less than 5 years ago. And we started with our money, just by saving 500,000, 1 million, 2 million. Even up to now, we've never had any investor invest in our development. And by the grace of God, we are almost at 2 billion capital of our funds, just from saving commissions made from selling houses. So you can do it, but you have to be consistent, and you have to know what you want. This is what I want, and you go for it. Don't get distracted. Today you market house, tomorrow you market human hair, the next day you are influencing for other brands. It's not going to work. It will be difficult for prospective buyers to trust you. They need to know you for who you are and for what you are doing. We have a client. There's a transaction I'm currently working on. The last time this client bought a property from me was 5 years ago. And then when he reached out recently, he was surprised that I still have the same phone number. My number has not changed in the last 20 years. He was surprised, he was impressed, because he has referred quite a number of people that he never mentioned, I never knew. They just come by and go, not knowing that they are from this particular client. And I was like, okay, I think I'm doing really, really well, because of the feedback I've been getting. You just have to put yourself out there, be focused, be professional, extremely professional, because if you are professional, nobody is going to talk down on you, nobody is going to look down on you, and nobody is going to try to pitch you something outside of real estate. They are just going to respect you, respect what you do, and trust me, the sky is the limit.
Okay, brilliant. Was something scary when she mentioned that you didn't make any sale in the first year on Instagram? I'm sure that there are many people that wouldn't go beyond.
That was way back, 2014, but it can't happen now. Any youngster that is doing real estate, if the person doesn't say 3-4 months, they're already discouraged.
So what would you say to, just quickly because we're out of time, when people say that the new media space is oversaturated, there's many people doing content creation, they don't have any faith that they will actually make a sale, because almost everybody is creating, similar type of content.
I don't think it's oversaturated. You just have to create a niche for yourself. Brand yourself as an individual, brand yourself, and stick to that niche you've created for you. It might take a time because there are lots of content creators, but you just have to be focused.
Okay.
As long as you are focused, as long as you are not discouraged, it's just a matter of time.
Okay, that's brilliant. So don't yes please, go ahead.
All right. Again, just to make it simple, there is nothing like saturation. Everybody is different, and there is space for everybody, for different kind of characters on the media. Okay, there is space for different kind of characters on the media. I mean, it happens to me every day. somebody, even as big as Shehu Okibaloye, will say something about a particular issue. People will send it to my DM to talk about it, just to hear my own opinion about it. Now, let me use this guest here, for example. Everybody knows confidence. Confidence is this, what was the word? Let's say charismatic, excited. The way she does her presentation. Now, because of the way she does it, I have an uncle that does not like her. Because of that, but this one, she doesn't know what she's doing. She was just excited. But then there are some people that see that, that charisma. That's why they want to do business with her. Same thing with Bridget. Bridget is this, like say, classic big auntie. Then there are some people that will see that say, that G-Wagon is our money. They drag that recently. I say, I give money, that's actually going to buy that G-Wagon. This person will be proud, I cannot do business with her. But there are some people that will see that G-Wagon she drives. There are some people that see the way she can, how quiet she is, and that's why they want to do business with her. The same thing with me. People don't like, there are some people that don't like the way I talk, the way I present myself on media. I've heard many times, they say, this is not good for your brand. I say, don't know anything about branding. Because of that, my character, how blunt I am, that's why some people want to do business with me. Do you understand? So, as far as you are yourself, there is a space for you. But the primary thing there is to give value. Because if you are just yourself and there is really no value there, people get out of you. Like there are situations where I will say something, somebody will comment, this guy, I don't like the way you talk. This you said is nonsense. I say, I will follow me. I will not follow you. I still like you. But I learn from you. I don't follow you. I won't follow you because I like you. Because I learned from you. So because there is still value there, that's why I can, do things a certain way and people still want to stay there. And I'm sure that applies all over. Like the time they drag the Bridget, I'm sure there are some of our clients that didn't mind any of those things. But because of the value, they get from her, they will still stick with her. So it's just about providing value and then be yourself. There's a space for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'm going to have, because we're out of time, so just quick tips going forward. Just have 1 minute for everybody. Quick tips on using new media going forward. What do you expect in the near future as well?
Okay, so I'll just say the same thing. Stay consistent, stay intentional, keep evolving. There was a time where flyers were the in thing. Everyone was going up and down from street to street, sharing flyers, dancing on the road, and for a while it worked. But right now, if you are still sharing flyers and dancing on the road, I think I should give you a knock. Because things have changed. So while you are staying consistent, make sure you are consistently moving and evolving. Because things are changing. Otherwise, you will be left behind. And you will then be running from church to church, saying your people are chasing you, which is not what is happening. So stay intentional, stay consistent, keep evolving.
Thank you very much.
Second thing, you just have to be consistent, Like, there's this saying that Rome was not built in a day. You don't start today and expect to blow the next day. It might take you a year, it might take you 2 years, it might take you 3-4 years, but just keep being yourself, keep pushing those videos out there. Let people take time to believe in you, to trust your brand, and the best will definitely happen for you.
All right. Samuel.
All right. So they've spoken about being consistent. What I'm going to say to you guys is you need to learn how to make content, right? So everybody would resource to the easy way of making content, right? But you should start thinking about making evergreen videos, right? I'll give you a case in point. I don't consider myself to be a real estate agent, but right now, if you go on YouTube and search for real estate in Lagos, my video is probably going to be #1. If you go to South Africa, search for real estate in South Africa or Cape Town or Johannesburg, my video will be #1. Same thing in Cape Verde, same thing in Senegal. So you need to learn how to, in as much as you might feel the market is saturated, learn how to make information-driven videos that will then serve as evergreen content on social media. So this way, for the real estate people here, you're always going to be getting leads day in and day out, especially for a platform like YouTube.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, I've already said it. Just value and then be yourself. That's space for you. Yeah.
Thank you very much to our very, very wonderful panel. We have time for a few questions, so just by show of hands, please can we get the ushers with the microphones, please.
So, just a little back, this is an open floor question. I've been with university for almost 2 years, and I can relate to what, I don't but I can relate to what because my first year was struggle. And my question is, in this university, a lot of people get it wrong. They are in it for the wrong reason. So I think I'm someone that's very passionate about university. I was saying in the panel earlier that I see university as a work of art. So you know how you look at art and you find it internally. That's how I feel. So it's very passionate for me. So how do I stay motivated when I'm with people that are around, being around people that don't necessarily have the same mindset? So they are there just because of themselves. For instance, they would like to find that a land or a property is X amount of square meters. So you are trying to abroad and they just because of the money. However, I'm just like, no, you can't do that. It's going to come back and bite you, blah, blah, blah. The moral of my story is how can I stay motivated in an industry where a lot of people get involved?
Thank you very much, Mama. I think my conversation today, moderator, please permit me to take this. My conversation in the earlier hours of the day, and that conversation was around Dr. Men, we have seen it all, we have done it all. How come we are consistently trying to recreate yourself? What worked in the past will not work tomorrow. What works today will not work the day after tomorrow. When one said something, he said there was a time there was town riots. There was a time that every Friday we print loads of flyers, we send it to Marina, and a man inside those flyers. I sat looking for him skipping to go and drop. I had the phone number of the lead vendor. When you get there, because you can no longer afford to do the newspaper publication as an upcoming realtor. So when you bring the flyers, you will go and be inside. Today, if you see inside the flyer, you say the man is also. The other question is, how many people now use newspaper? The fire must come from within to consistently burn, even when there is no flame. You must see yourself. There was a very particular point in my life that I was having one issue background because we were 3 of them, and I was demotivated, I was demoralized, I was depressed, and I was not going to work. I just did not want to see sunlight because I would ask myself, I'm doing so much in this country. Should I follow everything that I've done here and walk away? Do I think this system is not protecting? There's no question I now ask myself. Yeah, cases in court. I got to talk to that. I said, no, you can't do this. But one day, and I sat down because I love to read books about things. And I always tell myself that our team is like the best of the Navy SEALs. And I'm the leader of that Navy SEAL. So if I'm the leader and the leader is down, so who come and rescue Rambo? So I remind myself every day that no matter what happens, this ship must not sink. And for it not to sink, I must be at my best. You want to know what? There are times when I lock myself in the toilet in those that and I tell myself, Kennedy, you come out of this stronger. Kennedy, you have to read your right. Help is not going to come. Complacence has killed many businesses in Nigeria. I tell developers, don't grow your business to the extent that you don't want to talk to agents. Don't grow a business to the extent that you don't want to talk to younger people. I want to see the younger generation. I want to tap from true born. I want to tap from soft. I want to tap from blue, from steel. I want to tap from confidence. If you see people who have gone to a particular extent, as a matter of fact, recently, I tried to examine the life of someone, President Olusegun Obasanjo, and I started seeing that there is a group of young people that now goes that are always visiting. You know what? When you become complacent, the person is dead. So you must find a reason to keep going. For me, it's not about money. I don't do business because of money. The first thing I do business because of is value creation. I love to solve problems, complex problems. And I go to solve that problem without money at the back of my money. And as I begin to solve the problem of power drove us to go and build Citadel Real Estate. And after solving Citadel Real Estate, now I realize that our best selling brand is not Victoria Crest, it is Citadel Real Estate. Never have a process. I always leave people with this mantra. Steve Jobs said, that's guided my life. Stay hungry, stay humble. I thought you guys are finished. Stay hungry, stay humble, stay foolish. Thank you.
And that guidance says, so let me take a story. You mentioned about not making money in your first year of business. So if you do a business and you're not making money, where is your source of money coming from? It's good if you have your own source, but some people have. So you might not necessarily bring those who cannot keep it going for years or months, like you said, right? Then finally, how do you now get funding when you don't have it yourself? It might not be a question for you, but it's not a question that you can look at answer if you have an idea. But funding is a major problem for any young entrepreneur or anybody going into business. And thank you very much. Not going anymore. Either people are not accepting your content or you're not getting virality as you should get.
Okay,
so what is the movement?
So it's mostly about packaging, right? It's not the issue of it. Yeah, so it's mostly about packaging. How you choose to package the information, right? So you have to know these platforms are governed by algorithms. And what an algorithm is doing is to make sure they are presenting the right content to the right person. Not just for the views, but to make sure this person is satisfied. You know when you watch a video, like you feel satisfied that this video, I clicked on it and it actually delivered the value. So that's what the algorithm is doing. So it is not about the platform, it's your content. So you need to go back and look at the content. How do you do it? How do you dissect the story? How is your thumbnail? How is your title? You know, and just learn from the bigger creators, right? Because I've gone past the days of accusing this algorithm. You need to promote black excellence, right? And black excellence comes with black nations like Africa. So you see me interview entrepreneurs, you see me promote travel, you see me promote real estate, right? These are all avenues, you know, like black people in Africa are doing. So for you, I guess you're selling real estate, right? So you have to switch to an information-based kind of content. So while people are talking about demolition in Lagos, you come in and try to educate people how to do things right so that their properties will not be demolished.
Before I got into real estate, as at then, my husband was a contract staff in the bank. So it was the one who footed my bills. Every morning, he would give me transport fare before he leaves the house because I wasn't mobile. So that was what kept me going. And also because I didn't enter real estate because of money. I never saw myself. I never knew I was going to be at the level that I am now. Truth be told, I just wanted to go out there, view these houses, and put them online. I even started on Facebook before I moved to Instagram. That was my main focus then, before the money started coming in
20,000. My first commission was 50K. Do you understand? My first commission was 50K, so it wasn't about money. I think what the young realtors are getting wrong is the reason why they are going into real estate. If you want to go into real estate because you want to start making millions, you are getting it wrong. Don't let that be your main focus. Your main focus should be creating an awareness for the people in diaspora. Oh, you can buy a property in Nigeria without even having to come down. The era of sending money to family members to build houses for you in the village is past gone. That was the message I was trying to pass across then. Because as at then, I know that people were not into buying. Most of them were into sending money to family members for them to build for them. And 90% of the time, they are defrauded by their family members. So I wanted to create awareness to the people in diaspora that you can actually buy a property in Lagos without even having to travel down to Lagos. And I was able to accomplish that. So if as a young realtor you want to go into real estate, remove the mindset of I want to start making millions, I want to start driving the biggest car. Because at a point I had to pick up a full-time job with Marco Polo Properties. Not everybody know that I've ever worked with Marco Polo Properties. But I worked with Marco Polo Properties for 2 years because I wanted to learn more about selling houses. And it was in the period of me working with Marco Polo that I started meeting developers, people like Dr. Ned and a whole lot of other developers. So you have to just have your reason, know why you are going to real estate. But if it's mostly and mainly about making millions in the first year, in the second year, you are getting it all wrong because it's never going to work out like that. You have to build that trust. And it takes time to build trust, especially in the environment we are in right now. And in Nigeria, diasporans, they don't joke with their money. They want to be sure that before they can trust you with their millions, you must have done something well for yourself over time.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. A round of applause for her as well. Our final question. Sorry, hands.
My name is Adele and I'm an interior designer based here in Lagos, Nigeria. And my question and my opinion is centered around the waiting game. So essentially, my own journey started with me working with an interior architect for a whole year without being paid salary. And I think that's something a lot of people cannot do today. Also, being able to actually enjoy what you do is another thing that people don't have the patience for. They just want to make it immediate. So my question is, how long is too long of a drought time? Drought time in the sense that when you start a career or business, there's a particular period where you're not getting any, you're not making money, you're not getting traction. So how long is too long to wait? Because you need to be able to wait to get traction. You need to be able to wait to get people to trust you. So when do you know that, okay, maybe you waited too long and you need to change a career or change your dream or just basically pivot to something else?
All right, so I think I'll confidence answer this one.
Okay. If you are waiting for something to tell you this is the right time, then you're in the wrong business. Because honestly, there is no time. I made my first sale, I mean, almost everybody knows that story because I say it everywhere. Over a year after, and that's 31st of December 2018. After we started in 2017, I was doing real estate late 2016, but started fully 2017, consistently listing and putting out quality content. I think we're more like the first people, the first company to do quality real estate content without making one sale. There was a why. We wanted to do something outstanding. And the truth is, knowing the end from the beginning is a driving force. Why are you there? Where do you want to be in the next? I know we get to hear these things all the time. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? And put some vague things. Where do you want to be? Where I am today, I'm not surprised. I'm even surprised that I've not gone farther than where I am. Because the honest truth is, I soliloquize every single day about where I'm to be. Honestly, my husband is always telling me, who are you talking to? I'm like, I'm talking to my audience. Because he's hearing my voice in the bathroom when I'm talking about it in the present. That's to tell you that no matter what happens, until I get to that end point, nothing is going to distract me. I'm going to fight, I'm going to wait, I'm going to struggle, I'm going to do everything I can do to get to that point. So if you're in real estate right now, first of all, why are you there? If you want to make money, yes, you can make money, but if you were there for the long run, Eden Oasis is not a brokerage firm only. Eden is an empire. It's an empire that was conceived years ago, and we've not even scratched the surface. And that is just me telling myself every day that until I get to this point, anything else, nothing is going to distract me. And yes, I have my down times. Yes, I have those times where I'm like, you know what? I don't tell myself I'm done with real estate. I just give myself some space because you see this, I'm in it for the long run. So what is your why? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? You have to love it so much that you care less about what you're going through. You wake up every morning. I put a lot of things on my wallpaper, my room, on my phone. Up till last night, I still wrote something where I'm to be, to just ginger me every time I start feeling down. Because I noticed I was beginning to feel down. I had to go back again, design another dream, ask ChatGPT to widen the dream, and I looked at it and I smiled. So you have to have a mental picture of where you want to be. Let that mental picture become so real, so tangible, that the fact that you don't have money today is not a determinant factor for where you are going to be tomorrow. Do you understand? So when people, and over time, Eddie was talking to me about my videos then. He was like, oh, more you suffer. I said, the truth is, you're looking at those videos that suffer head. Then they were good videos, good content. I was looking like how I wanted to be. And God be the glory, I don't even look like that anymore. I have tripled and I am constantly looking like where I want to be, trying to achieve, striving, irrespective of anything, to achieve that. And that involves what? Showing up. That involves constant research. How can I do things better? What is money? Money is exchange of value. How can I give value? We started a podcast because we wanted to give value. And now a lot of people want to be on our podcast. We didn't ask for money. We have to shut so many videos down. Basically because people are enjoying the value. And very soon we will start charging. But the point was, it was not about money. It was about value. So you have to consistently know your why, be value oriented, be value conscious. And you see that goal, put that dream in front of you. And then finally, break it down. I break my dreams into days. What am I supposed to do today? I wrote my goal, I want to close this, I want to make this a commission. How can I make it? And it starts with what I'm doing every day, every hour. Look, the moment you're able to do all of these things, trust me, it's not magic, it will happen. It's not probability. No village person can stop you from succeeding.
Yeah, so for me, it's already happened. I just wanted to put the question out there so people who are just dancing would hear your response. Because it's not easy to wait for long ago. I've been in the business for 7 years now. So I don't have downtime. It's just so that people can hear someone from the panel talk about it. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So to realtors out there, please, if you are waiting, because I've heard people come confident, 6 months I've not made a sale, I want to move. If you're waiting, and you know you're doing the right thing, deep down, you know you're learning, you're evolving, you're walking, you're doing what you need to do. Don't stop. Just keep doing it. It's a matter of time. Thank you.
Amen. All right, and that is where we will be wrapping up with our panel. Thank you very much. Please, of course, pictures. As always, we'd like to invite the GMD to please join us on stage for quick pictures with the panel. Photographers, please, who need your services here. Please, our GMD.
Please, can we give them a lofty applause for that beautiful panel session? So much wisdom and excellence. Very well done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Confidence. Thank you so much. value your future. Has this been worth your while? Love it. So we have a few more items and then we're going to call it a day. Our final session, which is a short keynote address, will be delivered quickly and then we'll have a short information for us and then we'll call today closed. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing us the final keynote session, we've saved the most juiciest for the last, is a dynamic Nigerian entrepreneur and the CEO of Victoria Crest Homes. A career spans banking, dry cleaning, real estate, and retail. She founded Laundry King in 2011 and later led Dream Estate Lekki Limited, pioneering affordable luxury housing in Nigeria. She has received multiple awards, including Real Estate Woman of the Year in 2022 and Africa's Real Estate Brand CEO of the Year in 2024. With a BSc in Industrial Chemistry and UK-based executive training, she's a recognized industry leader, youth peace ambassador, and dedicated mother of 3. Just before I bring her up, I would like to recognize and welcome to our midst the Special Advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Tourism, Arts and Culture. Please put your hands together for Mr. Idris Arebe. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. We welcome you. So ladies and gentlemen, you know that behind every successful man, there is a woman. There's a woman cheering him on and of course standing by him and supporting him. And I dare say that Dr. Kennedy Okonkwo is enjoying the support of a woman who truly loves and values his future and his work. And I can only pray for everyone in the room that you find a good partner who will support you and your life's goals. She is a woman celebrated by many, a businesswoman to the core. She is a mentor and of course a teacher for excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one CEO of Lagos. If your hands are not busy, join me to welcome the beautiful Asampete Adawa Nkem Achalugu, the #1 CEO of Lagos, DFD Network Host Group, Ichechi Okonkwo. Can we celebrate her better?
My star girl was supposed to play DJ. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Have we had a great day today? I'm going to charge you. Based on that, yes. I know the yes will go down now. Have we had a great day today? Oh, so my money is increasing. Piggyvest has more to say for me. Thank you so much for being a part of Unleash for Takeover 3.0. This is going to be quite brief, so here we go. And before I do that, during the panel session, someone had asked about how to, single yourself out amidst all of the so many content creators on social media right now. And Bond did a bit of justice to that when he talked about creating value and showing up. Being authentic is one thing you shouldn't joke with. Can I tell you something? Who knows Ola of Lagos? Who doesn't know Ola of Lagos? I think that should be the question. Do you know he's a realtor now? Was he a realtor? Did he start out as a realtor? Who knows Scott Iguma? Who doesn't know Scott Iguma? Do you know he's also selling real estate now? So come and be authentic and people will see you and they will buy from you. Create value and you will always find your customers. There are moments that can fundamentally shift any industry, and I believe Unleash for Takeover 3.0 is yours. Walk with me. In 2007, Steve Jobs stood on a stage like this one and changed the world forever. And in one invention, can anyone guess what that invention was? Anyone? Anyone? iPhone. Correct. At least I have a few intelligent people in the room. Please clap for yourself. We have intelligent people, yes. So he unveiled the iPhone, a device so revolutionary, it redefined communication. For the first time, a single gadget could hold music, browse the internet, and make calls, all with a portable, bottomless device. Apple could have settled for an ordinary phone, still made the profit. But Jobs and Wozniak, the founders, chose disruption over convention. They didn't just enter the market, they rewrote the rules and with their blue ocean strategy. Now, here is another groundbreaking story from 2007. That same year, a young visionary, a leader par excellence, Dr. Kennedy Okonkwo founded Netcombooks, our very own Dr. Kennedy Okonkwo, with one bold mission to redefine home ownership in Nigeria and across Africa, making luxury living accessible and sustainable. Today, we have built the first fully solar-powered estate in Nigeria, provided homes for over 8,000 people, built thriving communities on renewable energy, and launched subsidiaries that empower Nigeria's youth. From Victoria Crest Homes to CopeTech, to Citadel Views, to the Kennedy Okonkwo Foundation, to Net Redefini, we're not just building houses, we're building sustainable futures. But how did we get here? Did we, just land here? No. There's an old saying that if you see kings and you look at their mouths, you wouldn't know that they once suckled at their mother's breast. Our story did begin with Brom Heights 7, which is our most recently launched project, or the Corporate Affairs Commission stamp on our documents since 2007. It began on the streets of Lagos, where a young boy often, began his struggle under the bridge. I'm sure you've heard that story so many times. With that cruelty of homelessness, it began, and now lots of millions of, Nigerians are inspired through that singular story, through that singular experience. Lots of millions of goods. He started his life and he started business in the UK. He lost millions of, dollars and pounds in the goods he had brought in from the UK. And, he didn't give up. He didn't choose to go back and wallow in self-pity. He shared a story this afternoon, how land deals and transactions that he had, done. You would think that Dr. Ned would be a guru in real estate, that nothing will affect or shake him, true or false. But for a really long time, those who are really close to him and us who are the team members, we knew it, we felt it, because the leader had been struck, and so it affected us in several ways. But like he said, he told himself that nobody is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And so he began, after he lost those millions, he came back, he started supplying blocks to developers, even driving trucks under the scorching sun of Lagos. It began as us cleaning and ironing clothes. I did laundry, I did ironing. I would pick up the clothes. We had just one laundry staff, and he would wash. Dr. Ned would iron those clothes and would package them, and I would carry them on my way to work. I used to work in GT Bank at the time, and I would do early morning deliveries and after work deliveries, and we consistently did that for years. And we did that in joy, from the manual washing and cleaning and packaging to buying our first set of machines from China. It began with our first employers. I was teasing our COO today. I said some of us are utility workers. Everywhere belle face in the Netcom old school. But we can say that now because God has also blessed us. We've gone from one staff or two employees, Dr. Ned and his wife, to several that I can't count. And guess what? 70% of that number live in the very homes built by the Netcom Old School. From one block to one house to entire estates to solar-powered communities where families now live in peace and enjoy the life that most of them dreamt of. Our journey has been built on 6 pillars. We call them ICE and 2 Ps: integrity, innovation, customer centricity, excellence, people, and professionalism. If you look at our legacy as a group, you will see these values in every brick, in every smile, and in every life changed. Even with you, our partners, I'm sure these resonate. These values have been at the core of our growth, and they have garnered us credibility here in Lagos and across the globe. So here's my challenge to you today. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Ms. Bridget said that her and her husband have been able to build a portfolio of real estate and currently have over 2 billion in real estate here in Lagos, all from their own savings, no investor. But they did put in the work. You have to do the work. She shared her story. She said everything that needs to be said on how you need to be consistent, how you need to bring and deliver value every day, every time. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Like God said or asked Moses in the Bible, what is in your hands? Your breakthrough isn't some distant opportunity. It's not far-fetched. Like I said earlier, it's here. It can start here. It's in your hands today. And so to conclude, I'd like to say that on November 22nd, 1963, America lost one of its greatest heroes, a president. Can anyone guess? Can anyone tell me? JFK, correct. On that day, he was killed. He was on a state tour with his wife and the governor of Texas. From the 6th floor of the book warehouse, tragically, his life was ended. Now, JFK wasn't a saint when he was alive, but there were 2 things that he said that I think about often. They drive me in everything that I do. One of them is, ask not what your country can do for you. Rather, ask what you can do for your country. When the essay to the president was up here and he was asking about, the impact Nigeria has made on the Nigerian youth, a lot of people weren't happy. This is for you. What are you going to do differently? Dr. Ned said on the stage in the UK that Americans wake up every day and they say, God bless America. How many times have you woken up and said, God bless Nigeria? You can't keep cursing Nigeria, you can't keep talking down Nigeria and you expect it to be fruitful, and you expect it to bless you, and you expect it to blossom. It's not possible. Every day when you wake up, Dr. Ned has said, say, God bless Nigeria. Can we practice that? Thank you. Some may call it idealism or think it's insane, but this is one of those ideas that motivated us to create these different platforms, from Unleashed for Takeover to the Invest in Africa, coming up in the US and Canada later this month, after the successful kickoff in the UK in March. You'll find these ideas embedded in every Netcom Oaks subsidiary and business venture that we undertake. More than just making profits for investors, which we excel at, if you have noticed. We're tackling Nigeria's predominant problems, from solving the over 20 million housing deficit problems, to power problems, to unemployment, with, under our umbrella is over 10,000 job creations and continuously growing. To bettering the lives of Nigerians and improving our economy in the ways that we can. But let me be clear, we are not special. Decades ago, some of us, Dr. Ned and everyone who probably spoke here today, Confidence said someone reminded her that her video, she was looking, somehow. But today, she's looking better. She's wearing plenty human hair and doing guy. But at some point, she had to start somewhere. How they can make it too. Because in this room sits future captains of industries, CEOs in $1 billion, not just in Naira, telling your tales and inspiring the next ones. Today a lot of people probably jumped buses to be at this conference. Some people rode in Okada. Tomorrow you have the opportunity to tell those stories and inspire the next generation. JFK's call wasn't just about patriotism. It was a blueprint for success. Solve problems. My GMD earlier mentioned that my team, the entire Netcom Oaks group, we live for solving problems. People don't understand how we work. They are constantly asking, plug the energy to us. It's because that's what we live for, solving problems. If you have that mindset, you wear it as a jacket. Everywhere you go, value would find and follow you. Finally, speaking of JFK's greatest, I love him so much. Speaking of his greatest philosophies, there's one I certainly cannot forget. He said, a man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. End of quote. I hope these ideas that all of the speakers have shared today, and from all the previous Unleashed for Takeover editions, take root in your hearts. Let them push you to continue to dream and do. Don't just dream. Dreaming and doing. Be your light in that dark tunnel, and remind yourself every day that the possibilities the impossibilities do not exist, that the possibilities are limitless. Be unleashed to take over. Because Tunde said that you can do small things, you can do great things from small spaces. I also say that to you today. Wherever you are, start there, start small, and before you know what, your story might just inspire tens of generations to come. Thank you.
Please keep those hands clapping until she gets back to her seat. Thank you very much for that very, very powerful, inspiring speech. As we, of course, are edging to the end of today's session, Unleashed for Takeover 3.0. I hope that we've had fun. Yes? No. On that side, have we had fun? On this side, have we had fun? I know you guys are few, but I know that you can do it, you can overpower them. On this side, have we had fun? That's the spirit, I like it. All right, and for quick closing remarks, I'd like to invite forward something I should have mentioned, earlier. The Netcom Oaks Group has a lot of different business units. One of them is called EV Automobiles. For those of you who are keen or interested in electric vehicles, they are the people that you should speak with. The person who is coming up on stage next for closing remarks is that person that you should speak with. He is the COO EV Automobile. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for my friend and brother, Obiora Okafor. Please, a round of applause for him.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. My job here is very simple. Has this event been an impactful one? I can't hear you. I'm an energy guy, so I need some energy in the room. Has it been an incredible event? Fantastic, fantastic. Unleash for Takeover 3.0 hasn't just been an event. It has been a spark, and this spark has lit fires of purpose, boldness, and beliefs in everyone here. I believe so, right? We have laughed, we have learned, we have stretched, and above all, we have been reminded that greatness isn't just for the selected few, but for those who are willing, those who are bold, and those who are ready to take over. I ask again, are you ready to take over? I can't hear you. Are you ready to take over? Fantastic. First and foremost, let me express our deepest gratitude to a man whose presence today was more than just an honor. It was indeed a statement. And that is to the Honorable Minister of Youth Development that was here earlier, Engineer Ayodele Olawande. Thank you for standing with this generation, for believing in their potentials and showing up, not just with words, but with heart. We are truly grateful to him for being here today. And to the visionaries behind this movement, my mentor and boss, Dr. Kennedy Okonkwo, and our beloved CEO of Lagos, Ichechi Okonkwo, thank you for dreaming out loud. We appreciate you both for creating this platform where dreams are awakened, possibilities are redefined, and where young people are empowered to lead, build, and transform their worlds. This movement is because of your vision, relentless dedication to impacting the next generation positively. And for this, we honor you both deeply. To our special guests, special advisors in government present, panelists, moderators, and anchors, thank you for pouring out your light into this room. You have ignited something in us that is powerful to take us to our next level. We are truly, truly grateful. And to our incredible volunteers, organizing team, the production team, our partners, and my dear colleagues, your excellence today is the reason that this day has run smoothly. We see you, we appreciate you, and we thank you. And to all of you participants here today, you have not just showed up today in body, but also in spirit. You are one of the reasons we do this. And you are the takeover generation, the future of transportation. And it is happening right now. And so if you're here and you're curious about the electric vehicle industry, this is your invitation to come, reach out to us, partner with us, collaborate with us to drive the future of mobility. You can follow us on our social media handles at official EV Automobiles. Send us a DM. You can reach out to me after this. I'll be happy to attend to you. So now, as we walk out of this door,
thank you very much. I want to say thank you to all of our partners and exhibitors, Netcom Oaks, Net Redefini, Global Services, Balmora, LASA, and the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, and also thank you to everyone who has spent the whole of today